The ornery onthologist ovulating.
On air! On air!
Welcome to this week's episode of the Go On Podcast. Will you be listening tonight?
Nope. You will be! You already are.
You know what I like? That we don't do warnings anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck them, right?
Stopped last time.
Yeah, but, fuck them.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Theme song?
Although it did give us a thing to do.
Oh, I was waiting for... I thought you were going to play it.
I thought it was just playing and we didn't hear it.
Yeah, me too.
We'll just talk about not doing warnings.
Galen, you gotta get these cues.
Well, why don't you make, like... See what?
Hello and welcome to the Go On Podcast.
Kyle, what did you say? Did we see what?
The game.
As in...
The game.
What, the Olympic Games?
Team Canada over U.S. hockey.
The
women's hockey?
Today?
Lady
I
style.
saw part of it while I was walking through the cafeteria at work.
I saw somebody I was getting dressed this morning.
Good.
I didn't mean to do it that way.
I heard we won.
Did we?
You heard right. 3-2.
3-2. I thought it was 3-1.
Fuck you, America!
Nothing to celebrate.
All
They
right.
came on hard in the third. They could have had our number. Came down to the last second.
That was Kyle's corner. Kyle's hockey corner. Canuck.
Dun 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 dun. We don't have the rights.
For those wondering at home, yes, we are eating 2 Olympic packs of chicken McNuggets.
Fan packs.
Now, what is in the Olympic fan pack at McDonald's?
Well,
Our new sponsor this week.
Our new sponsor, McDonald's, also Redro Grand Concrete. Redro Grand Concrete is our new sponsor as well.
When you need concrete, Redro Grand.
Use promotional offer code Go On the Podcast on their website, and for every 3 metric tons of concrete you purchase, you get 10% off of a T-shirt that says Retro Grand Concrete on it. So,
Now, I want to get this straight. That entire sentence was the passcode, right? That was the,
it wasn't clear. Yeah, that was the passcode.
That was the passcode. So
Yeah,
it's,
I got it.
Again, it was
It was www.
.go on their website.
Go on their website. .angelfire.
Okay.
Spelled a description of Angelfire.
Okay.
.http. .backslash. The word backslash. .net.
Who was that girl from Uxbridge who was in that kind of porn movie?
What?
Angela Bassett.
Angela... Who?
No.
I know that, you know what, fuck it, I'll say the name.
Yeah.
Jeremy Sheldon's sister
That's
Yeah.
exactly who it was.
was on fisting lessons.
What?
And so this is the story, people. We can say his name because nobody listens to
You
this
said
shit.
it in an earlier episode, like
Did I?
episode 4.
So who cares? No one listens anyways, so this is what's up. So anyways, this guy I went to school with. His family, quite religious.
Okay.
And this, their daughter ran away with their boyfriend whose name was Pepper.
Whoa.
Yeah. Turns
Red
out Pepper.
flag.
Yeah, Pepper. I assume like Pepper. I don't know.
Regular Pepper?
So Pepper was a porn producer, obviously, as his name would imply.
Obviously.
I like it. The
And
alliteration alone is worth
so
it.
she ran away from home, and her family kind of, kind of disowned her because of the porn thing. Which later on, his weirdo brother, who was like 30-something and lived at home, he had a yellow little Honda Civic that was all yellow. All Tweety Bird things inside.
Tweety Bird?
Yeah, and he even had a license plate that said Tweety. This man is in his 30s.
Wow.
Lives at home. He started dating...
Of course he does.
He started dating a girl with Down syndrome.
Okay.
And
That's
the parents,
fine.
which
That's
is
fine.
strange.
Hey.
And his
Good
parents
for
disowned
him.
her because they said that if God really loved her, they wouldn't have made her mentally challenged.
Well, parents have their,
That's the family in a nutshell.
Wow.
So, the daughter that ran away with Pepper became an actress of sorts.
Actress.
And the way we found this out is, oddly enough, Jeremy one day came out to us and was like, hey guys, turns out I hear a rumor my sister is on fistinglessons.org. And we're like, one, why are you saying it like we know this website? Because no one's ever heard of this.
Don't you guys
Two,
have your home pages set to fisting?
why do you know this? Why are you telling us this? You don't think we're going to look this
You guys
up?
didn't get the update? It was
So
an
we
email
did.
reminder.
We did look her up, and she looked exactly like him.
Wow.
We looked it up, I think, at your old house, too, didn't we?
Oh wow,
We
really?
looked up pictures of her. Yeah,
Damn, I
you
don't-
lived with Rob.
I don't remember that.
That
Okay,
probably
that sounds
blurred into
familiar.
a lot of
Anyway,
Yeah, there was a lot
It's
of
horrific.
masturbation.
It's horrific. He's not a good-looking man, and she looks exactly like him.
Ugh.
And
Is he a good-looking woman?
it is no, not at all.
Those are always
It-
the first to fist.
Picture like Golem from Lord of the Rings.
Gollum.
Sorry, Gollum. With pigtails. That's what-
pigtails.
Yeah. So that's what we're thinking.
Like with that wispy hair that he's got,
Oh,
too. Ugh.
Getting fisted by various objects. And
No
the
thanks.
thing
Is this
is,
anal or
probably.
regular?
no, regular.
Okay.
In her case, at least.
That's
But
dangerous. That's way more dangerous.
This is the crazy part.
It is. Your
would think
vagina's
if
not
it's
supposed to
called-
stretch like that.
No,
Your
it is
ass
not.
can stretch fucking forever.
Are you kidding? What about babies? They come out of there. That's way bigger
not
than a
naturally.
fist.
Not naturally.
Not the way I do it.
I guess they don't
woman
go back
shits
in.
them out.
though.
Yep.
The
That's
woman
point.
shits them out. But this is the tricky part. You think there would be a disclaimer on fisting lessons that said fists, right?
Right.
Not fists. No, they just put like 2-liter pop bottles, things like that. So not a fist, not a fist. So a little disappointing.
Weird.
So that's just
And
a
that has been
colloquial.
Go On the Podcast review of fistinglessons.org.
Sponsored by
I think it was.
McDonald's and the Olympics.
And Retrogrand Concrete.
Retrograde. For your concrete needs. Think retrograde.
Galen,
What up?
how do you feel about all that review?
Um,
He disagrees, ladies and
I
gentlemen. He
remember
does
all of
like it. We all gave it half of a thumb up, and he gave it 8.
8 nuggets.
8 nuggets. That's how many you've had? We have a lot of nuggets on the panel tonight.
I'm ready to pass out.
But we don't have an actual lot of nuggets left.
No, we have them in our tums.
There are 3.
Okay. Now this is a scenario-based podcast, so what we do is come up with different scenarios, and then we all have to work through them. We're in the room tonight with Galen and Spencer, and Kyle's here, and me. Your first scenario, not to bring everything down, when it's back on track.
Okay.
This
Words
one's
can't
simple.
bring me
Calm
down.
down.
Words.
There you go.
If you could touch anything in the world and feel it for 5 uninterrupted seconds, what would you touch and why?
Was this on Reddit?
Without repercussions.
It was something similar was on Reddit.
Ah.
I would. I remember the answer of
Question.
lava.
Questions.
I just have a quick.
Go.
Is
Yeah.
there, like repercussions, like if we could like just manhandle like a thing of magma,
boob.
would our hands just immediately like run away, or is it just like you could touch anything for 5 seconds and you'd be fine?
Oh.
Could I touch the sun?
No, I'm going to say the regular pain thresholds apply. Regular
Sounds fun,
damage.
but Okay.
Okay. I've got a cool idea.
Yeah.
Let me just eat these French fries.
No, it sounds good.
Delicious
They
McDonald's
Sounds
look.
good.
They look well
Sponsored by
seasoned.
McDonald's
They are great.
and the Olympics.
I love them.
Salted to perfection.
I love
and
them.
Deep fried to a
and
delicious
retrograde.
brown.
Retrogrand Concrete.
Too early for a callback, I think. But I know.
So this is what I would say. I would say I want to touch the bones of the Son of God. Hear me out.
The bones
That
of-
will either A, show me Jesus' bones and I will touch them, or B, it'll force the world to prove, the fates to prove that
Right.
it doesn't exist. So either way, my mind blown.
So if those bones don't show up for you to touch, you'll know.
We'll know that he maybe was a well-meaning Jewish carpenter, but not necessarily the
You'll
Son of
have
God.
disproved one of many religions.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
It's the winning one right now.
it's the winning one right now. It's the winning one.
You think?
It's a start. It's a start. And either way, if I get the actual bones to touch, it'll blow my mind anyways. Because it'll be
That's
like,
true.
I was wrong.
You'll probably get the
Well-
second sight.
What if you get like
American Horror Story? Is that what that means?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
What if you get like Genie swindled and there's just some guy named like Godric,
Yeah.
Godric
God,
Charles,
Free Jones.
and everyone just calls him God, and his son.
Or what if
Is
the
that
Son of
God
God?
actor?
What if the Son of God hasn't come around yet? What if there is going to be a Son of God someday?
Well, that's
guess
fine.
It would prove there is a God.
It would prove there is a God.
That's
and
better.
it would also kill that Son of God. It'd force him to be born
Right.
immediately.
Yeah.
And I would
That's
touch
true.
his bones. And either way, I would either go away from this a believer or
Okay.
a
Good
rich
answer.
atheist.
I don't know if you'd be rich.
No, you can write a book.
I could write a book.
You could write a book.
Yeah. Bones of humanity.
It's gonna be hard to explain.
I don't know.
Well, not with
Remember
my
that time
literary
when I got
skills.
that wish?
Everyone would know. Everyone would know. I would do it on NBC.
Preface. On NBC, okay.
I've kind of always
Must-see TV, that's
wondered
what
what Wookiee fur would feel like.
Wookiee fur. Like the costume?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
No,
we know Wookiees are...
Do we know that any more than Jesus or
Fair.
God?
Fair.
What?
Fair.
What?
Fair.
But to be fair, like, he doesn't wear anything, but you never see, like, shit
He
or
wears the
furs.
bandolier.
Well...
Yep. What else is he going to hook his bowcaster onto?
Exactly.
But
what-
you know
what is
that,
it?
like, if you did make this wish, like, the costume would show up, and you get...
I do not know that. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what-
I think
I
he
mean,
might be
because
bummed out.
Wookiees
Then
are-
it's a good thing I
It
didn't
just be-
say I
They're
wish
made up, you know?
before my answer.
Yeah.
Say, like, a Wookiee.
He found a loophole!
Come back to me later.
Okay. Galen?
I don't know, but you made me think about Star Wars, and then I started looking at the Ewoks.
And their
I-
bellies.
And I wonder, I always want to know why they wear hats, but they don't wear anything else. It's like there's something on the Ewok heads that they always just feel the need to cover. Why
Maybe
don't
it's
they have-
a way to cover their ears and face
Maybe
in
they're
a
Muslim.
hurry.
But most of the time,
Maybe
don't
they're
cover their ears
Muslim.
or their face. Those are the only parts that are exposed.
They're
most of the
Maybe
Muslim.
it's
time.
religious.
But
Yeah,
I've
they're
seen
Muslim.
I've seen
They're for sure Muslim.
uncovered. They're not all wearing hats.
The little baby weirdo ones aren't.
Uh,
They're babies.
Do not call them weird. They are adorable.
They're weird as
It's-
They
fuck.
are Ewoks!
They are very adorable.
Adorable.
When C-3PO is telling that story and the little babies get freaked out, oof,
Oh, good Papa!
it's similar.
That's pretty.
Something like that.
Pretty damn good.
To answer your question, I don't know.
We've already had one come back to me.
I really wanted to do something awesome that would like just melt my hand, but then you said like
You could still do that.
Oh.
It would just
then I
Oh,
would
got it.
have no hand, which would just lead to a cool hook. So maybe still, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I could touch the sun and I have a cool hook.
Yep.
So
I've kind of okay. I've got my answer.
Okay.
David Blaine's skin.
Oh.
All of it.
Attached to
Just
him, or
run my. Just pulling on it and
we're
just.
just crunched up into a nice ball.
Just is he
Like, you
real?
want him skinned alive and
Is
killed?
he real? I don't care. I don't want him around.
That's a death threat, NSA!
Well, you don't want him around, but I think what would happen is he would show
Nobody
up
wants that
there,
guy around. I
and
feel like he's
you'd
kind
have
of
to
a
touch
weird
him
dick.
consecutively for 5 seconds.
I feel like he's got a weird.
Yeah,
dick.
he's definitely got a weird
Probably
dick.
a
No, I
needle
said he is a weird dick.
I
He
bet-
has a weird
I bet he's
dick.
mutilated his own dick.
Oh, for sure.
For
I
sure.
wonder if I can just wrap it around.
Yeah.
No, I
Nope.
can't.
Nope. Big mistake. Biggest mistake of my magic career.
Girls don't need 2 nuts to get off. That's true too.
You only
Yes,
give
no.
them one and they're just fine.
They only need 1 nut to get off.
Do girls need any nuts?
Dude,
Yeah.
you don't use nuts?
Dude, you don't rub it up on there?
Oh, yeah. I
Working
do
at
probably.
the car
Teabag?
wash.
Yeah.
A teabag, that's
Similar.
what you mean. Oh, I understand.
Slip a dig in.
I didn't understand, but now I understand. Jim, what would you touch? I'm gonna
What
eat a
would I touch?
nugget. Fuck it.
Do it.
I can eat a nugget.
Eat that
Eat it.
nugget.
One left. Galen, Jim.
I'm gonna eat it.
The audience wants to know.
Jim ate it.
I ate it.
Describe it.
I'm gonna put a lot of barbecue on this guy.
Oh, it was amazing.
The best thing to do with nuggets is you put a lot of barbecue sauce on, and then like a creep, you only eat part of it, and you eat.
Yeah, that is how you do it.
Suck off some of the
Suck off
barbecue.
a
That is
little bit.
gross.
It's gross.
Take
It's like a
these
total
cookies
creep.
out.
Like a total creep. And this one is mine now, because I'm just gonna fucking. double
There
dip that
are pens in here. I took,
Olympic pins?
Yeah.
Oh, as advertised.
How many?
There's 2 of the same one.
Oh shit!
They
You guys
sauce
can
on them.
have them. You bought them.
They
I
didn't
took
give
the
us
ones
4?
from mine.
You write
Yeah,
up
they
the
did, but I
snare,
took
you
the
can
ones
have
from mine
2
because I told my
Olympic
girlfriend she
pins.
could have it.
Oh,
2
So I
McDonald's
cheated.
Olympic pins.
I don't think my girlfriend's gonna care about this.
My girlfriend loves the Olympics.
I also
And
have
it's
a
what I
girlfriend.
hate most. Did you just wipe the sauce all over your sleeve?
Yeah, I don't care.
What? This guy's a wild card! What?
Let's do another one after we find out who wins.
Oh, Spencer won that round.
Yeah.
Yes!
Hooray!
Can I tell you guys a funny story?
Nope.
Yeah.
I noticed this as I looked over. I saw the go on the podcast Twitter account, and that we follow and retweeted David Icke.
Yeah, we do.
Which
We
I
didn't
think is
tweet 'em, but we can.
Hilarious. Oh, we didn't?
okay.
No.
No,
So,
he's-
does everyone know who David Icke is? I'll explain for listeners at home.
Lizard aliens.
Yep, lizard people. Exactly. So, he believes this is all fact.
Absolutely.
Government run by lizard people. So when I still worked at the restaurant, one day I was managing, and there's this pretty mid-30s successful business looking woman at the counter waiting for food.
Yeah.
and she looks super normal.
But
You know,
she's a
smart.
lizard.
Well, listen. So I go up and I was like, "Hey, like, are you waiting on food? Are you all right?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm good." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then she's like, "Hey, I noticed that tattoo on the back of your neck with the pyramid in the eye." And I was like, "Oh yeah." She goes, "So you're into knowledge, right?" And I'm like,
Oh,
"This is going to be
shit.
amazing.
Yep.
Let's run with it."
Wow.
And I was like,
I am in for a treat.
"Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I'm into
Fuck
knowledge."
yeah, I'm into knowledge.
She's like, then she gets like really close. She's like, "I knew it as soon as I saw you." And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "It's just a matter of time before people know the word of David Icke and understand where he's coming from. Everyone will look like a fool for not believing us. Everyone will know the reptilian agenda." It starts going off, and I was just like,
Whoa.
and I was the whole time I was just like, "Yeah,
That
for
makes me so
sure."
warm inside.
Yeah.
People exist
That
in
was-
real
that
life.
And, like,
make
she
me
was
look
like-
into it.
And like,
at
she's not the
least.
type of person you think would be a lunatic. She
No.
looked like she has a good job. She's like a pretty well-to-do white lady, and she was like a
Wow.
full lunatic. You know?
Not a white woman. She should have been. She was probably a little something else. It was Becky, maybe.
Becky?
You know those Kazakhstanian almost
No,
white
no.
people.
She was a cracker,
That's
and she was
crazy.
full crazy.
Wow.
And the whole time I was just like, for sure, I can't believe people don't believe in reptilian shapeshifters.
Oh,
And
I
she was
love
like-
that.
She's like, "I know people are fools. Like, I cannot wait till I prove all my friends wrong."
Wasn't that the book Animorphs?
basically
The show?
David Icke basically
Awesome.
believes Animorphs are running the government.
He
I
does,
love
actually.
that book.
They're all
Yeah.
the Illuminati. They're all, and yeah, the whole government is run by.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Israelis.
believed Animorphs could be happening.
Skull and
Really,
Bones.
while I was watching the Bill Nye versus the other guy,
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that
so
debate.
wanted like it to be a three-way discussion with David Icke.
Oh, that'd have been
Woo!
so good.
Just being like, everything is made with sound waves by lizard aliens.
Yeah, you guys are nuts. Evolution. What?
That would have made me so happy.
Have you ever like read one of his books, David
No,
Icke?
Yeah.
Ditz
You read a
let me.
full book? I don't know that I could get through it.
I read
No,
a
I
full
did.
book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Really?
Ditz had them all. And
Yeah.
he's like, read these. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he did the same thing to me. He let me borrow one, and I read it, and it was just amazing. Like, it is so crazy and out there,
I've
and
read
you
like
end up
excerpts of
loving
things
it.
and like heard him do speeches and stuff on the internet, but I never really thought I could get through
Yeah,
the book.
you never heard Ditz's David Icke story?
No.
He went to Montreal to see David Icke, to hear him speak.
Does Ditz think this shit is real?
No,
He
but he
just
thinks
thinks
it's
it's hilarious.
amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has all the books and like all the
Crazy.
tapes and everything. Like when he went, he bought everything they had, and it was all
Crazy.
crazy expensive.
Wow.
But like he went, and it was like a 4 or 5 hour talk. It's a lecture where he sits in the front of the hall and like talks to maybe like 50 or 100 people, and uninterrupted 4 hours, no breaks.
Wow. That's
No breaks.
awesome.
No one can leave.
That's like
he
what
just
Hitler
talks.
does.
Yeah.
Did.
Dark room. And like he said, like there was other people who came from Toronto who like he went with who just like came out and they're just like, what the fuck just happened? And they're just like bus there, 4 hour lecture, bus back, like, and
crazy.
mind's just blown, like just totally indoctrinated. Like
Oh, I'd love to see that shit.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
he said, it was crazy expensive, but it was so worth it. It was like highlight of a life type of thing.
When
Does he
I
have
was
a laser show?
I don't. He had PowerPoints and
He
everything
probably
though.
had some
Like
cool
it was a
stuff.
full like presentation
He usually has slides and
Yeah.
and
Does he have one of these reptiles?
in a cage.
But they'll do things like they'll take like a glitch that you see on the news of like a politician's face kind of skip because it's like a technical glitch, and they'll
Yeah.
be like, "Look, if you freeze frame here, you can see them shapeshift for a second. Like they
Yeah.
almost lost their human form, and like that's like legit.
Yeah.
You know, like that's
Oh,
what they
it's
think.
so-
Can't
out
deny
there.
the truth.
When I was like 18, maybe 19, me and a couple people from Oxford, we saw this advertisement somewhere, like a Toronto Star or something, that said like U of T is having this conference on UFOs. All this evidence is going to be revealed. And we were like, what the
What?
fuck? So we were like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So we went, and it was like 4 of us. We're all teenagers, and we get there, and it was this, I don't know what the lecture hall's called. I don't know U of T that well. But it was really like a beautiful old-fashioned lecture hall with like tons of tiers, and it was packed. So we were like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
So we get there. No evidence whatsoever. No, not even like shitty photographs. Just anecdotes of shitty photographs. It was like 3.5 hours long, and so they had all these like quote unquote experts. And then it was super dry. Like I know I was young at the time, but I feel like even like now, and it's been like at this point, it's like a lifelong interest in that shit. I still don't think it would have kept my attention.
No.
But at the end, they were like, okay, we're going to open the floor up to questions. And some people would like reference like famous UFO cases and shit. Then other people would say things like, so like, thank you so much for coming in to give this lecture. I've been visited several times over the last week. And when they would start talking, people would be like, you're fucking crazy, and treat them like shit.
Really?
The guest speakers would get security to escort them out.
Are you fucking kidding
So
me?
it was like this weird fine line where, like, to us, we were just like, aren't they saying the same
Yeah.
shit? But the minute anyone said that they had any contact with them, or like they believed in any sort of government conspiracy, they were thrown out. So
what the fuck?
So weird. And like heckled like crazy, and people yelling like, you're crazy! And it's like,
what's happening?
The same thing.
Weird divide in the community.
Yeah, like maybe we should have
It
like
was
this
a free
cool
lecture,
brother
wasn't it?
and sister. No, it was not free. I wish it was free.
How much
man.
was something?
I think it was
like
like $20 or something.
Yeah, okay.
But like we came all the way down to the city. It was like a day wasted. You know.
That's a story.
Probably
though.
went to
That's
the
pretty
friendly
amazing.
Yeah, it's
Strange,
fun. I've never been back to a UFO conference because that wrecked it for me. But like I would go to one again. It'd be fun. I'd go to a David Icke talk.
Oh yeah.
It'd be
Well,
bananas.
I heard. Did it said it was like the most boring fucking thing in the world? Like it really was horrible.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
bet.
nightmare experience. But like,
But if it was in Toronto, you don't have to do like a 4-hour bus ride. Fuck it, that'd be fun.
yeah,
Like get like a weird David Icke T-shirt or something.
I think Ditz has one.
Cool. I'll
Yeah.
get a picture taken with him.
Absolutely. He's totally insane. And he must be fucking old by
Wear a
now. I
Jurassic
doubt
Old
Park
and
shirt just to
rich.
scare him.
Oh yeah, really rich.
Super rich, I bet.
For just the craziest shit. Like
He writes like a ton of books and shit. Makes a ton of appearances.
that's why I think about that every couple months. I'm like, why don't I just fucking fake something like that? Why don't I just
Totally.
start?
Because
Why don't I
your
just
whole
write
life's
10
got to
books?
be committed.
Yeah, your
to
whole life
being-
has to be, and eventually
You could, but
you probably
maybe
get to
you're
the
a
point where you
millionaire.
start
like-
believing your own bullshit. Like even if you didn't
That's true.
necessarily
It's
believe
pure
it at the
psychosis.
beginning, by now he's probably like, oh wait a second. Like at first I was unsure, but now I'm 100%
totally
sure this is
sure.
real.
Yeah.
For
Well, that's-
sure, there are them there.
Yeah.
Title of my next book.
They are them theirs. The new book by
That's
Kyle
them
Turner.
there are. They.
They said, "Art thou?
They-
Thou not art thou? Want to do another scenario?
Yup.
I've got a shitload. I wrote a bunch of these.
What was it? UFO Congress?
blah,
Is this in
blah,
Toronto?
blah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, this
The UK
one's
has a lot of cool shit.
this
like
one's more
that.
complex. You gotta think. Okay, and I kind of point formed this thing. If every company mascot in the world, this is also a little bit stolen from Reddit. If every company mascot in the world was a serial killer featured on Law and Order, I want you to pick a mascot.
Not a sentence.
Not a
Continue.
sentence. Just kidding. That's the situation. So,
Okay.
every company mascot in the world is a serial killer, and you have to.
What is the,
no?
What is the challenge?
If
This is just you're just reading a synopsis
I
of
want
a
you-
story.
yeah,
you're
no,
reading?
no.
Today
I want you to
I
pick.
There's no.
Yeah, I want you to pick a mascot for a company,
We've got that far.
and they're going to be featured in an episode of Law and Order as a serial killer.
stop
You have
it,
to
sorry.
pick the mascot. What are their crimes? How did they slip up? And how did you finally catch them?
Well, Toucan Sam, we obviously caught him by.
Any
following our
questions? Any?
Seems like Galen already has the answer.
Yeah, that's pretty made up right there. You got this. Any questions for the uninitiated?
You said company. Can it also be sports team? Any
Sure.
mascot?
Yeah, mascot in general.
Wait, and is the crime murder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Toucan Sam's like just totally like homophobic hate crimes. He
Okay.
calls them like fruits, and he hangs them up by like nooses and calls them Fruit Loops.
Okay.
In his accent?
Galen
Yeah.
has put way too much thought into it.
Yeah.
And we catch them, and then we just put up our glasses and we followed our noses.
To the
Different
smell
show.
of the bodies.
Yeah.
I always
Oh,
knew that
okay. So
Ferguson
how
was
did
a
they?
big crime.
How did they slip up? And how did you catch them? Was yours?
He slips up by spraying like fruit colognes everywhere.
He just
Why
smells
would he
like
do
fruit.
that?
Because he's a fucking toucan that's on a murderous crime spree.
Okay.
And
Fucking
it's like,
Toucan
hey,
Sam.
fruits, I'll make you fruits.
On a diet of nothing but sugar and milk.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? Tony
And
Tiger
how did you
eats
catch
people
him?
alive.
How did you catch them?
We followed our noses.
Right. Okay.
We followed the scents.
I'll take it.
The clues, and then we're like, "What's that?" And my partner's like, "I smell fruit." Yeah.
Dun dun.
And then we find
Spencer,
Okay.
what do you got?
I'm gonna say Mr. Clean,
Okay.
and he killed.
Oh, yeah.
He's a serial killer,
Totally.
and So what we've been noticing a bunch of sewer workers and janitors getting killed, and there's always a message left behind that says "Forever Unclean."
Okay.
And so they're dead, and we're like, "How is this guy doing this? Like, there's no like hairs left behind because he's hairless except for his eyebrows."
Of course.
Does
he have eyebrows?
I think so.
He does have eyebrows.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So we're like, there's no evidence. He's like cleaned up all the evidence perfectly. Who the fuck could this be? And so we go to one of our like crime scene guys, and we're like talking about it. And it turns out that Mr. Clean owns this business that the police contact to clean up murder scenes when they've been in houses and stuff, so people can resell them.
Okay.
So he's like this specialty cleaner, and it turns out that
They should call him Mr. Clean.
So we the way we catch him is that we get a call that there's been a murder, and we're like, okay, let's go check this out.
Work the streets.
And there's blood everywhere, and all of a sudden Mr. Clean just shows up out of nowhere, and he's like having this weird breakdown, and he's like, I gotta clean this up, and we're like, wait a second, like, we haven't even called you yet, we're still doing the investigation. And then we realize that, so we stop him from crossing the tape, and then we realize that there's still some blood on his shoes.
Oh shit.
And we're like,
totally be noticed because everything he wears is pure white.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait a second, what's that? And he freaks out, and it's suicide by cop.
Oh
He forces
shit.
us to kill him.
Forced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that commercial? It's like a live action commercial, but he's like 3D animated into it, and it's creepy as
Like
fuck.
him as a child and stuff.
It's him as a child.
I hate
So
it.
when he's still bald as a
Ugh.
child, and he still has
Awful.
white hair.
That's
Oh,
really
yeah.
creepy.
It's like, he looks kind of like powder. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
It does look like powder.
Yeah, I
Dun
hate it.
dun. Kyle, your turn.
Grimace.
Grimace.
I was thinking Grimace originally.
Grimace, it's not nice. It is, he's a rape murderer.
Oh.
He is a rape
He's
murderer.
actually supposed to be evil.
Yeah.
Really?
He was?
Yeah, he was supposed to be
Yeah.
like the hamburger burglar evil kind of thing. Like,
Huh.
he
He
would steal
doesn't-
milkshakes.
Oh.
He
That's
doesn't
still a
say
milkshake, fuck it.
anything.
Like all the McDonald's mascots were pretty much supposed to be like douchebags at the start.
Really? I didn't know that.
Not the bird, but
Yeah, she was the accomplice.
What about
She
Ronald?
was the Hamburglar's
What's the bird's
like,
name?
girlfriend.
No idea.
thing.
Trisha.
I want to say birdie or something stupid
I
like
think
that.
it is, yeah.
Trisha.
Fucking
Fucking
Trishas.
Trisha.
You guys know any Trishas?
My
yeah.
aunt has a friend named Trisha. She's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Trisha Takanawa.
Trisha Takanawa.
A Family Guy.
Yep.
You got it.
So tell us more about Grimlass.
Birdie the early bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Birdie
He's
the
a
early bird.
real piece of work.
Okay.
Yeah, he just stands at the window while you're sleeping for like months. He just comes back to the window and just watches you sleep. Never says a word. You wouldn't even know he was out there because if he closes his eyes, he just looks like the night sky. It's dark purple.
What
Yeah,
the fuck
blends
night
in.
sky are you looking at?
Dark purple city
Like in a
night
kid's
sky.
cartoon book.
I guess.
Grow an imagination, Spencer.
Dark purple night sky. Is it like a hurricane coming or something?
There's space right there. Dark purple,
That's
kind
a
of.
drawing.
Yeah. Well,
Beetlejuice, too.
That is also a drawing.
Yeah.
it's pronounced drawing.
Sorry.
And yeah,
A drawings.
it's dusk.
Okay.
Continue.
Followed by one night of murder, rape.
Okay.
And how does he slip up and get caught?
And how did you catch him?
By trying to replace his purple with the skin of his victims, and then eventually he's like, hey, it's been years of doing this, I got enough skin to cover this body, let's try it out in public. Goes out, hugely terrifying, freak of nature
Right,
things.
right.
People screaming,
Kind of looks
cops
like
are
the
called,
boogeyman from Nightmare Before Christmas covered in human skin.
suicide by cop.
Suicide by cop. You gotta do
Again.
it.
Yeah.
His name was actually Evil Grimace at the start.
Oh,
Really?
shit.
About evil.
Huh.
Which is
Yeah,
really
probably a
Grimace.
good idea.
Which is why he tried to wear
It is
someone
Birdie
else's
the
skin.
early bird. She was not evil. She was just for the breakfast because the early bird gets the breakfast.
Who's Captain Crook?
He was the filet of fish mascot.
Oh,
It was like
weird.
Chinese
Weird. I don't
fish.
remember that. Do you guys?
Captain
It
Crook.
was dropped pretty quickly in the 80s. I think.
Officer Big Mac, I remember, and Mayor McCheese.
Fry Kids there, yeah.
Yeah, I
Fry
remember
Guys, Fry
that.
Kids.
Mm-hmm.
Hamburger Patch.
It's a city.
Oh. There was a was
Uncle
there a real
O'Grimacy?
storyline? Like, where does this come from? Like,
He
was there a comic book?
The Shamrock
Shamrock
Shakes,
Shakes.
because he would steal the green one.
Who's Cosmic?
An alien alien, wore spacesuit, surfer dude.
What?
Galen, do you know the answer to my question?
What's up?
What's that? Where does this come from? Like, was there a comic book or?
I assume they're just like mascots that you
there
used in like
was
commercials and stuff temporarily.
Commercials. There was a
Merchandise.
very short-lived TV series.
Oh, okay.
And other than that, it's just like the placemats and shit where they put in their little stories.
Those
Well-
random things would probably be worth so much if you had that
Captain
Happy
Crook,
Meal toy.
that's
Captain
crazy.
Crook is racist almost.
Have you been to McDonald's black section
What?
of their
Black
website?
section.
Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah, it's
Really
weird.
bad.
It's all like
For real.
we're in your communities, but they make it like it's
like
Black Month at
urban
McDonald's.
section.
Yeah,
What?
It's
Yeah.
very uncomfortable.
they just say the
Weird.
word. Yeah, you just can't say
I think it's
black.
like McDonald's.com//
Ebony.
urban or something.
I'm hungry.
What's I am hungry?
I'm hungry.
Let's do another
Spencer
one.
won that
Spencer
round.
wins again.
That was
Santa.
Boom. Okay, want to do another one?
Riddler.
Yeah, the Griddler.
The Griddler.
I
Like the
that.
microphone.
You just started phoning it in
I
in
don't
the 80s.
I am hungry was the
What?
vice president of snacking.
Oh, this is a quick, easy one. Okay, if you got points for how good you made other people feel, what sentence would you say to earn the most points?
I feel like you've asked this question before and you just added the points.
In the spirit of the Olympics.
Really? I don't think I have.
You've asked a similar thing.
Similars. Do you not want to do it, Galen? Is that what you're trying to do
Go
here?
ahead, I'm just stalling for
What would I
time.
say?
Well, that's a good way to stall for time.
So,
Yeah.
Let's try to poke holes in what we're doing here. Maybe we'll
They
give
tell
up.
you one sentence.
Yeah, one sentence. Who
That has to work
how-
on anybody.
anybody.
A-OK, Chief. Fine work and dynamite.
Get out.
no.
No.
I'll take it.
It panders.
I feel
to
worse
specific-
about myself.
Ah,
Yeah,
come
that
on.
was a little belittling.
Come on, cowboy.
Oh, I hate that.
No.
The
Yeah.
day the
people call you
barista
boss.
calls me a chief, yeah, I want to fucking murder every barista that's ever done that.
Or boss.
Galen, what would you say?
Chief,
I
boss.
don't know. That's usually not my goal in life.
To make people feel good?
Yeah.
What a duke!
Much.
Captain Crook over here.
Yeah. Oh no, what happened to my fillet of fish? That box is empty.
Really?
So empty.
Then explain these fries.
Unexplainable.
What would you say?
I'd probably say, I don't know, something. I think simple would be the easiest. Be like, you know, you look really good today.
Fuck, that's what I was gonna say. My exact sentence
Yeah.
was, wow, you look great today.
Yeah.
I-
Although that's a little you can't be too surprised.
Yeah.
You can't be surprised that
You're
I look
right.
good today.
You're right.
Yeah.
Alright, well, good thing that wasn't my answer.
Mine's a little. See, that's when it came into my mouth. That's what I thought.
What if it's a lesbian that doesn't care what you think?
Everyone likes to hear that they look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. You can even.
Yes, I do.
You can pretend you
Everybody
don't.
does.
If the lamest asshole who's like, oh, I don't give a shit about the man, still would feel pretty good if someone's like, hey, you look good today.
Actually, it's usually
Absolutely.
only the really hot ones that get
Everybody
weird about
wants to look good.
Yeah. Even if
Generally.
you say you don't want to and you act like you don't give a shit, inside it feels a little good.
Yeah.
You could even respond with like, fuck, I don't give a shit, but inside you're like, oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Oprah has to say about this.
it. I guess I did get a new toque.
I would say, I would say
Nope.
It's
something-
kind of tough.
I would say something along the lines of something like it's like it does nothing so genuine, you know. Like I say something like, "Hey, you know, like it's the highlight of my day when I run into you," or like, "Hey, this is like the best part of my day that like seeing you," or something like that. But everything sounds like bullshit, and I don't know if it's because I am full of shit or or I'm jaded or cynical, or if it's just like
We live in a pretty jaded, cynical city. That's the thing. Nobody takes anything seriously.
yeah, like
So-
it's like I feel like unless it's someone that I was comfortable with, if it was like a total stranger and said like, "Hey, you look good today," oh no, I feel like that's nice.
That isn't. Yeah.
Even just good morning is nice.
Yeah.
Like, good morning. Have a good one.
Yeah,
Spectuanima.
yeah.
Yeah. Have a great day.
I don't buy it.
Something
New
like that.
dude, board it.
I stopped trying because even when I'm trying to be nice, people think I'm still being sarcastic, so I don't even try anymore.
Well, there it is.
What about something like, "Hey, you're the best"? Like if someone helps you even remotely with
What
something,
are you
or
basing
like
it on?
I don't know, because then it requires someone to prompt you by an action. If you just tell someone they look great or nice or whatever, that's just like a compliment that you don't need anything.
You look like $1,000,000.
Yeah.
Nah, that's sarcastic. Shitty. You look.
Well, 2 million.
I think Jing won this round.
Yeah?
I can't think of anything else that
The crowd goes wild!
sarcastic.
You know what I always wanted to hear from somebody?
What?
You should really make the movie version of that book you like. Because I think I would do it the best.
Or you could say, like, you remind me of somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you remind me of a young
Jake
corpse.
Gyllenhaal.
Has anyone ever told you look just like a
Present day Anne Frank.
yeah, Shirley Temple at her prime?
President of the Belieber Foundation.
Just died.
She did just
Dude, I found out her
But even at her
daughter
prime.
played bass in the Melvins.
Really?
Yeah.
Odd.
No idea. You saw the internet. I get it. But yeah, no, I had no idea.
Internet.
Huh.
Yeah, from 80 something to like 97. So like for a long time. Yeah, pretty
How do you
rad.
like apples?
Pretty rad.
Let's go. I got my
A
passport.
UFO Congress. There's something called, what's it called? There's a really good podcast called Mysterious Universe, and they came to the States last year to do this big paranormal conference. Paradigm Symposium, that's what it's called.
Oh.
And it sounds amazing. I would totally go to that.
I've got a good one.
You got a good one there?
We have 9 minutes.
As you may have heard,
I have!
World Star Hip Hop is promoting a fight between George Zimmerman and rapper DMX.
No longer, it got canceled.
If these... Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Why?
they got so much negative feedback, and I think Trayvon Martin's family was like, this is awful, this is an insult, don't do it.
Okay, nonetheless,
Okay.
if these two fighters were Mortal Kombat characters, what would be their finishing moves?
Oh, can I go
Questions.
Nope!
first? Can I go first?
Any questions?
Galen, do you have any questions?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Anybody? No?
No.
Kyle goes
Kyle,
first.
go.
All right. Back,
Wow.
back, square.
Let's go next.
Down, up, and it's called Stand Your Ground. It's
Okay.
George Zimmerman's finishing move,
Okay.
in which he just stands there,
Yeah.
and as soon as you even, like, tip forward a little bit, he just blasts away, like,
Yeah.
his arms turn into those guns from Final Fantasy.
Okay.
I was thinking Random from Marvel Universe. Does anybody remember that
That'd
guy?
be better.
Random. His arms could become guns.
Same with Bishop from X-Men.
That's pretty good.
Bishop couldn't quite become guns, but he was good with
Oh,
that
he just
stuff.
had guns.
He just had guns.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had big guns. Spencer?
You
You got more?
Because there's
He needs
Trayvons.
DMX.
Oh, there's Trayvons? Okay.
Oh, wait.
Oh, dude.
No, you mean
Oh,
DMX.
Trayvons.
Oh,
Wow, yeah.
shit.
Same difference.
Oh,
Shazam.
shit.
World Star!
And
Stop it.
DMX's would be the open shop in which he busts your gut open and puts a little diorama of a boutique shop in there, and he opens it for business.
Okay, that's
Right.
adorable.
Okay,
Adorable.
I feel like DMX would be like, they're gonna give it to you, and he would be like, he'd make like an X, and then you just shoot and just punch.
You need to describe better. It just shoots, and then it opens up and punches, and...
It's similar to Scorpion's move, but instead of bringing people to him, he just goes to them really fast.
Oh, okay.
With like,
You're in
And
the
then he,
personal
like-
space.
and then his hands turn to X's, and the X's start spinning.
Oh,
And
okay.
then he says, X, and then he goes at him.
Okay.
The end. I don't
And
know
what's,
anything about the other one, so
George Zimmerman?
I got nothing.
Make something up.
I don't know who that is.
The guy who shot Trayvon Martin.
Nope.
White security
Where do
guard.
you live?
Just make something
At my
up.
house right now.
Galen. Make something up.
Exactly what Kyle said, but backwards.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay. Mine would be, for George Zimmerman, what he does is he spins around the guy he's fighting, and then he, like, it looks like he puts like a potato sack over him, but what he's really doing is putting a hoodie on him,
Okay.
and it has the Skittles logo on the back, and it's called the Skittles Smash, because he was going to get Skittles and an iced tea. So it has a Skittles logo, and then all of a sudden a giant thing of Arizona iced tea drops down from the sky and crushes the guy.
Yeah.
So that kills him.
Whoa.
And then DMX is called the Rough Rider,
Nice.
and it's he runs out of screen and then comes back, and there's a fleet of four-wheelers a la 12 O'Clock Boys.
Nice.
And they just go and keep going through the screen and just flatten the guy down until
Sweet.
he's just a bloody pulp.
Good answers. Kyle won the round because he had the moves. I was looking for...
You heard the actual
looking
button
for-
pushes.
That's all I heard. That's all I really
That's all I
needed.
heard.
Yes!
That's all I heard.
He blacked out.
Back, forward, back. A, B.
Could have been
A, B,
any of
C.
those. Yeah.
X, triangle,
See,
triangle.
mine was
X.
actually all just
Semicircle.
playing with a
Forward
Kinect
X.
on Xbox, so there was no buttons.
Yeah, they didn't get. We
So-
don't. We don't.
I
accept-
guess technically I
You
won.
don't have to yell if you're gonna move in.
Sorry, I forgot.
Both
I-
those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should move back.
If anything, I don't know what a computer is.
Well, I don't either.
No one does.
What's a computer?
At the end of the day, I don't know.
We'll just scenario through this.
Oh, I've got another one.
Little tiebreaker.
Do it.
Tiebreaker.
Isn't it a tiebreaker?
Often gay stereotypes are portrayed as colloquial animal names or
This seems
fun
really-
junk
wow.
food terms, i.e. bears and twinks.
Oh.
If you were posting a gay personal ad on behalf of someone else in the room, Galen, listen. If you were posting a gay personal ad on behalf of someone else in the room, what animal or junk food would you use to describe them, and what would the personal ad say?
Can we say the animal and the junk food?
Sure.
For Galen. Junk food would be he's a pork rind.
Okay.
And animal he would be
I'm gonna need you to explain that later.
animal he would be a wombat.
Okay. Good.
Pork rind.
Later. Don't.
What's he look at? So what's the personal ad
Animal
say?
and pork rind. Wombat looking for wombat putting out some bait looking
Oh.
for someone to grind my pork. If you're a pork grinder looking for love, oink no time like the president.
Wow.
Wow.
Really
To
good.
get at me.
Really solid.
So,
Really, very solid. Kyle?
Spencer
Whoa,
would be
hello.
Hickory
Shots
Sticks.
fired.
yes, hickory sticks.
The Hickory Sticks. And during Pride, he would upgrade to a promotional Pixie Sticks,
Okay.
obviously. And as an animal, he would be the Shetland pony. And it's a fisting thing.
Okay.
Alright.
What does the ad say?
Giddy up, Shitland, cause this Hickory Stick's gonna double dip in your whip. Ribba dip dip.
That's it.
Get into the pony. Get into the pony.
A lot of ellipses in that one.
Yeah, that's probably.
No pony? No pony talk? Mention a pony.
Put your money on it, like the gambling with horses.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
And my logo, my screen pick would just
Okay.
be Colt from Three Ninjas, or his logo.
Colt.
He's the gay.
Who's Colt?
Hey, little pony, want some hay? Laugh when they're on the basketball court.
Wow.
Come
Somebody's
on.
been watching a lot of Three
A lot of
Ninjas.
he's got a lot of time on his hands. He's got two screens open on his computer. One is how to build a shelter out of cargo thing,
Cardboard.
and the other one is Three Ninjas.
Cardboard.
Three Ninjas.
Just constant Three Ninjas.
Yeah, there's a lot
ratings.
of lessons in both those
Yeah.
things.
Just training my life after a Three Ninjas. See
What about Surf Ninjas? Remember that?
That was great.
Yep.
That was an awesome movie. I had that video game.
Surf Ninjas won't die.
When
Not
she
the
goes
Surf
to
Ninjas?
distract the
Must I?
guards and she
What
says
are those?
something and comes back and he's like, "What did you say to them?" She's like, "I tell you on our wedding night." Man, I used to jerk off to that scene.
Wow.
Galen?
Galen?
Kyle.
Oh.
Oh. Shots fired.
Bring it on.
Dunkaroos.
Okay.
And just to keep a theme, we're gonna call him a kangaroo.
Okay.
So it's like, let me
Pretty
pick your
good.
Dunkaroos. I got some frosting for dipping. I got multiple compartments. I got a cookie crumble. I got a pouch full of goo.
Ew.
Kangaroo.
I just barfed.
Singular pouch, not two,
Ew.
just one.
Got man.
Galen wins because he made Spencer barf.
Yes.
Oh, we only have a minute left, so wrap it up.
Shout outs to Molly's getting Russians high. Shout out to Russia.
Shout out to Team Canada.
Shout out to bobsleds.
Shout out to Olympics.
Shout out to that guy who believes aliens are...
David Icke.
David Icke.
Shout out to McNuggets.
Shout out to piles of dead stray dogs.
Shout out to the guy who invented the fan pack. Thanks.
Shout out to our
Thanks,
featured
Marvin.
sponsor, the construction company.
Retrograde Concrete.
Retrograde.
Visit them online at www.icq.com/667116112.
And find us on Facebook, where you can submit your own scenarios.
Yeah, right.